Good morning, Marshfield. I'm Rachel Andrews, Executive Director of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
Well, good morning, Marshfield. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
We have a special guest today.
We have a lot of special guests
I'm
today.
Lyndall Fraker, by the way. Everybody knows me.
Yeah,
Who's our guest?
I'm Sam Rose. I'm City Administrator here for the City of Marshfield, and I also sit on the Chamber Board of Directors. So it's good to be here.
Welcome, Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sam.
So I am sure that you have seen our big announcement on Facebook, but let's do a couple of things before we get to that big announcement.
Are we moving another gas station into town?
Well, I don't know about the gas station, but maybe Aldi.
Oh, no. Let's don't get that rumor started.
No, okay, so no, the announcement is not Aldi. So.
Actually, the big announcement is the bad weather's coming in.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
is a
no,
lot.
not really, but there is bad weather.
That is a big announcement, right? There is a lot of weather
Which
coming.
I was thinking about that this morning. You know, Vanilla Ice was kind of a big popular guy back when I was a young guy. So I was kind of thinking about,
his age now.
Rachel, we could kind of nickname you Vanilla Ice. You've kind of got that vanilla look. And then
Is she going to break it down? Is she getting ready to break it down?
Okay, that'll work. Listen, I can't dance.
And Sam could be lemon ice. Should we stay away from lemon ice?
I think you should stay away. I think you should stay away from everything you just said.
Okay.
That was not on our script at all.
You knew what you were getting into when you asked me to be on this show.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Well, we do have bad weather coming.
We do. Everybody needs to be prepared.
Yes.
And hopefully, people will be safe and take precautions.
Yeah.
It is going to be a tough weekend.
So curious, in the comments, let us know what you do to prepare for the bad weather and how much snow do you think we're going to get?
Yeah.
I really have no idea. I saw on Facebook that we were going to get like anywhere from an inch to 78 inches. So I think it's really anybody's guess.
It's a very specific number.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I plan
We've had a beautiful winter so far.
We've
been lucky. We can't complain.
Yes, I plan on taking my laptop home with me on Friday, just in case I can't make it in Monday.
Yeah.
So
probably,
I can
probably
still.
a very good idea.
Yes. All right. So yesterday we had our January networking event.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Great, biggest crowd since I've seen for a while.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We had Trevor Crowley with Crowley Insurance Group come out and talk to us about the MIWA Chamber Health Insurance Plan. If you were not able to attend yesterday's meeting but are interested in the MIWA program, please reach out to me at the Chamber office. I'm happy to get you connected with Crowley. I've actually got some information at the office. You're welcome to stop by. And
what's MIWA stand for?
I have no idea.
That's not like a MAGA deal, is it?
No, I don't think so. Well, it stands for the Chamber Health Insurance Plan.
Okay.
I know those letters don't coincide, but
okay.
But but it was a really good event.
It was a good event.
Sheila's catered it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
If you're a chamber member, or even if you're not, if you call in, be a guest or something, we'd probably let you slip in. But they're a great event to attend and kind of network and reacquaint with other fellow businesses.
Yeah,
you might
we had
say,
a couple
or
of our
entities in our communities.
We had a couple of our new members join us and tell us a little bit about what they've got going on. So just
you mean a couple of our 264 members?
Oh yeah.
That was only 143 years ago.
I know.
That's
right.
You're talking
That's
about?
right.
Okay, great.
But I haven't had a chance to check the membership this morning. That's one thing I do each morning is check our membership.
It's like the stock market. Right?
It is for me.
It always goes up.
But some of our members have even told me that's why they joined is because of the networking stuff.
Right.
Because that's where they make all their connections.
Well, they get to know people.
Yeah.
I've met so many people at those events already. Well, Sam, since you're here, why don't you update us on City Hall? I know that's exciting. Big news.
So, as everybody probably knows, we've moved down to the old Sheila's building. We now call it the Annex building. And so we moved all of our city functions down there so that we could remodel our existing City Hall at 798 South Marshall. And so on February 4th, we'll be back open for business at the Marshfield City Hall back at the 798 South Marshall. At that time, though, we moved everything. We moved our board meetings. So all the board meetings, planning and zoning, parks, whatever meeting you're going to come to, will be held at the Annex building.
Right.
And so, but everything else, utility billing and our building inspection and code enforcement and planning and myself, our finance director, everything else will be back at the City Hall building. But we're actually going to be closing offices the 2nd and the 3rd for moving. There's quite a bit of there's quite a bit of stuff to get moved and get operational and kind of just work out some of the kinks. But on the 4th, we will be open.
So City Hall, the original, the 798 building. By the way, I had a preview. It's a beautiful done a great job. The contractor, the architect, whoever's involved, you guys, I know, have done a lot.
Thank you.
Done a great job with it. I think the city will be proud of that. That was a 70s building that had really never been
78,
done.
yeah, it had not.
Wow.
It's been updated. But the thing is, it'll still return to City Hall, except the actual board meetings, the chamber alderman meetings will be in the old Sheila's building.
Correct.
And then the Parks Department, correct?
Yeah, and the Parks Department will stay down there. Yeah, and it was, it wasn't just to knock the ugly off, right? We had, it's very functional. We had 3 and 4 people in some of the offices.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody was stacked on top of each other. We had just outgrown it. And so we took that old council room, we infilled it with offices and stuff.
The population of Marshfield, when I graduated from high school, 1977, by the way, I know it's hard to believe I'm that old, but 2,990 some people, I believe, on the sign as you enter town in that era. And you're over 8,000 now.
Yeah.
So
and it was built in 78.
Tripled in population. Yeah. Yet you were doing all that out of the same building, so to speak, except for, I guess, the police department.
The police department used to be in that building, right? So
that's my
Anyway, well, it's good news. I'm glad it's ready for us.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My dad just came to the door.
Let's get on to this big news. I think people are.
I think people are
antsy.
Just
busting with anticipation.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. All right. So, would you like to share?
Yeah.
You kick it off.
So for the last year, we've partnered with Ryan Scherer with Lebanon Now to produce our show, and it's been a fantastic deal. It's been a fantastic journey for us. And so when we started looking at that and started looking at renewing for a new year, some conversations came up, and I kind of started having some conversations with the school. And so I'm super excited to announce we're actually going to be partnering with the school to produce this show here in Marshfield with the school, but not just the school, the students. The students are going to be putting this thing on.
They are.
So the chamber is going to partner with the school. We're going to house this thing at the school. And another fun and exciting thing that I'm ready for is the students are going to have a little segment on there, right? So the shows may run just a little bit longer, but it's going to give them a platform and an avenue to talk about, upcoming sporting events or FFA things or banquets or whatever they want to do, right? But give them an opportunity, and it may not just be the students, it may be their admin team, or it may be whoever that wants to get the word out. I think it'll be a fantastic avenue, and I think it'll be a fantastic partnership for us and for them.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, it won't come without its own kinks and its own struggles, right? So we're not exactly ready to roll out with that. So we may be off air for 2 or 3 weeks until we can get some samples and run out and kind of work all the bugs out.
Well, I'll tell you, I think the students that they're involved in technology and media, multimedia stuff now anyway. So they've got what it takes. We know that they've been learning about this business, and they're gonna be great partners. And we were kind of born at night, but not last night. We're not stupid. I mean, if the grandparents and parents and neighbors and kids, all the families start tuning in, our viewership goes up.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So it's a great partnership. It'll be a good unified thing for our community to be able to share the business world with the education world, you might say. So with that, we just happen to have those students and their advisors, and we have Principal Nikki Thompson here. Come on in, guys. Get in behind us. We want everybody to see who's going to be helping us with our show.
And so while they're making their way back there, I will tell you, Lyndall, I know Rachel knows this, and I know you know most of this. So we've already had a lot of involvement from the community, right? From some of our members and beyond, and just, hey, how can we help? And I think when everybody sees it and everybody gets in the room, I think when we roll this out, right, we're kind of keeping some of that as a surprise. I think everybody's going to be really excited. And we'll have some of those people on the show to really showcase some of that and just tell us a little bit more about what they do.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Right? So
It'll be professional. It'll be a professional studio.
It will be. Yeah, it will for sure.
We've been coming to you from restaurants and this facility and different places, but it'll be our own professional studio.
Yeah.
Furnished in a professional manner by, like you said, community involvement and that kind of thing. I think it'll be exciting to see that.
I'm excited.
So we have Miss Gorham here, the teacher, and all the students that'll be helping with technology. We just wanted to bring them on and make sure. Miss Gorham, would you have anything you'd like to say real quick? You're going to be back, and we're going to talk. We're going to talk a lot here after the break. But anyway, it's exciting times.
Yeah.
Miss Thompson, you'll be on in here in just a minute too. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's
the
big
news. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back in just a minute.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
You go ahead.
Hey, so again, thank you guys very much for joining us. I just want to take an opportunity to introduce Nikki and Jessica Gorm. And so thank you guys very much for being on the show. This is really fun and exciting. And so I'll kind of kick it off and just say, when we started down this road, really didn't know where it was going to go and how, what your guys' thoughts would be. And so the school has been just a fantastic partner. If you're wondering, Rachel and I are sharing microphones, so you might see this look a little bit different. But it's been a wonderful process, in my opinion. It's been a little challenging, just getting everything scheduled out and this and that. But I just want to tell you from the chamber side and just from the citizens of Marshfield or whoever's watching the show, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So talk to us just a little bit about like the classes that you're going to have doing this. What do they do? Like, how does this relate to what they're going to be doing and what they're already doing? And what are your thoughts and expectations for the show?
Yeah. So, Multimedia 1 and Multimedia 2 are two of the classes that we offer at the high school. And so during that first semester, students are kind of learning how to edit videos. We're using software. They're learning kind of the basic tips and strategies of how to go out and capture footage, what looks good, what doesn't look good. And then after kind of learning all of that stuff, then they're able to go out and collect their own content and then produce that for an audience. And what excites me most about this is their creativity getting to be broadcast to an audience larger than just myself or just the classroom. So, yeah.
No, that's fantastic. So, one of the reasons that I was drawn to it was, I've in my career at the city, I've really tried to partner with the school and say, what else can we do? Because these are our leaders coming into town. These are the people that we're potentially going to hire, and these are the people that are going to be kind of the next generation that's going to run the city, right? And so, one of the big things I was excited about was like, I know Lyndall does a podcast outside of this, right? But now these kids, like, podcast is a huge thing, and radio shows are a big thing. If we can come along beside them as a chamber and give them some experience, some real life experience, they're going to come out of here and they're already going to have a leg up on some people. So maybe they or their friends want to do something. Hey, I know how to do that. That's huge. Mm-hmm. I don't think that can be undervalued.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think so. And I think also them learning more about the business world, the Chamber of Commerce, what we do, all of the businesses in town, whether it's a retailer, whether it's a government entity or a not-for-profit. But, students learn a lot with YouTube. They learn a lot with technology, but they may not learn a lot about the history of Marshfield or the history of business, or knowing that we had the Style Shop for 50 years on the square where Nikki's grandmother bought her Easter dress every year. And the things that we can help maybe teach them from a history perspective or a business perspective. We got some great business people in town that mingling may be helpful. As we have guests on the show, we had Tabitha from the Sports Shack on a couple of weeks ago. The Sports Shack is a great little business that started a few years ago making T-shirts, and now they have all kinds of equipment. They engrave pins. They do all kinds of stuff, and so the students can learn about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So and to be honest, this is the easy part. Right. Sitting here, nobody I don't want to be on camera. Nobody really wants to be on camera, but this is the easy part, right? So if everybody was to see what's going on back here and what Ryan's doing and what the students are going to be doing, there's a lot that goes into that, right? There's one thing to recording it, right? But getting it in and getting it back out on the Facebook or whatever platform we're going to be using, that's just tools that I don't know how to do that.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, right. So I'm just excited about the process.
Jessica, what's your thoughts about this, where this heads?
Well, I was going to say too, they're learning the technical skills and how to, run the content, produce the show, but just kind of your soft skills of teamwork, communication, networking with, like you were saying, like connecting to the community. Like, yes, this is, an educational process for them, but also learning about their community and being more tied to that and connected to it. So.
And troubleshooting, right? Because it's not going to be without a struggle. We know that it's not going to be without a struggle.
They know more than I do.
That is one thing that we're going to have to, that they're going to learn, that we're going to learn patience and how to work through something, not just throw your hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm excited to see a year from now where we're at, and to look back on that first episode and to see how far we've come.
And hope that we don't all go, boy, I wish we didn't. So, Nikki, what about from the administration side? Like, what do you and the other administrators, like, what are your thoughts on where this is going, and what are your hopes for it? Like, what does the school want to get out of it, too?
Yeah, so I think for me, what's most exciting is students being able to connect to their community. We've mentioned that already, that sense of pride and getting to see it through a different sort of lens, and having the opportunity to learn more, to grow, to have real practical skills that we're putting into action, because like she said, that audience piece is so important, but we don't get to have an opportunity for an audience this big. So I think that automatically, immediately is going to be huge. And then, down the line, maybe there's room for this to turn into internships and different networking opportunities that students have that lead to jobs, and hopefully ultimately keeping these kids and others in our community and continuing to give back and grow our community more.
You bet.
Yes.
That's exciting.
So the students, I guess, is this a 1 year? Are they in this 1 year generally? Like, do they do both semesters, the same students probably?
Yeah, so generally, they're taking it 2
juniors or
semesters.
seniors maybe?
I've got sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
Okay. So where do they go if they're a sophomore and they're in this class, both these semesters of this year? Where would they go next year? Do you have a follow-up, an advanced class for any kind of technology, or can they retake the class?
Yes, yeah. So there's opportunities to retake, and then I think, as Nikki was saying, like, shout out to Cammie Harrison and the Jay's Work apprenticeship program. But eventually, then if this is a career that they want to pursue, then they can stay within the business program and do those apprenticeships type stuff with Cammie.
Yeah, cool.
But we also talked about the chamber's purpose behind this, or our intent was for this right here, right? But I mean, we had talked about maybe this opens a platform for you all to do something more internally, because it's the same tools, it's the same ideas. I mean, any thoughts about doing anything like that on your guys' zone, so that mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, somebody can tune into that and see something on the students? Have you guys given that any thought as well?
I think there's always room for us to grow in the area of communicating what's going on in the school. And there's so many great things, and we're in the middle of it every single day. So sometimes it's hard to remember. Not everyone sees this or knows this.
Right.
And so I think there's opportunity for us to discuss different avenues to continue to have that platform to really communicate about what we're doing, what our kids are doing. There's so many great things that are happening every day that probably we don't communicate enough about.
Oh, sure. And it just takes a little spark, right? I mean, these kids are way more creative than what I was in school. I worked actively in shop, and we were always fabricating stuff. My family had a business. And so, but now on the technical side, it just, if somebody can get an idea and run with it, right, they're going to see something somebody else has done, and then they're going to play off of it, because this isn't something new, right? People do this all the time, but this is our spin of it. This is our version of it. So then hopefully they'll take that and they'll be like, hey, what if we blah, right? What if we did this? And I think
make it our own.
Yeah, I think the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
When I was growing up as a kid, there was something called the generation gap. And coming out of the 60s and the 70s and Vietnam and Watergate and all that, and you had the old establishment and then the younger generation. And so thus, times were changing, right? There was even a song about that. Times are changing. But, I think we have some of that today when it comes to technology, social media, divisiveness in our nation, in our communities even. And if we can do things to unify and pull people back together, and maybe they might understand, well, that old guy is not that bad of a dude. Or, I can look at young people and say, yeah, they're smart, and we just need to be able to communicate and share with each other. And there is value to learning about the old days. There is value.
Absolutely.
There's definitely value learning about what's going on today, and with, couple of younger sons, I mean, technology and the things like that, I learn from them every day, probably more than they learn from me. So I look forward to that. This is going to be an ongoing learning situation. We don't really know where this will head, but that's part of what I see this doing, is unifying us. And when you look at social media, you often only hear people complaining, at least starting that conversation. Somebody didn't like something that Miss Thompson told their kid, or Miss Gorham, or whatever. I'm just using you guys because you're there. And then the next thing you know, that's went down a path of, the school's the devil and public education's the devil. Well, it's not, but it takes people to come back and say, no, let me tell you what they're doing.
Right.
And so hopefully we can help be another bridge for that.
Hey, and two, this will open up contact for your students with people that they would not normally come in contact with, right?
Right.
So like one of our hopes is to have like some general managers of some businesses and some bigger businesses here in town come on the show. And I mean, they're all the time doing tech stuff. And so unfortunately, these kids don't really have direct access to those people. So, I mean, it would be pretty cool to be able to put that on a resume or something, right? Your first resume, if I could go back and if I put on there, hey, I helped produce this, that would be a pretty big deal. Like, because if I, as an employer now, I'd be saying, well, tell me about your role in that. It just allows you, right? You can't undervalue what you do. And so it just allows you to say, hey, I've been a part of this and I know how to do this. And once you start asking those questions, I just think it's something bigger for the students than just the show.
What do you two see? What do you need from us? What do you expect us to be able to do that will help you in the classroom or in the school? What can we do to help you?
I think you guys have been great. I mean, it's already been a really exciting partnership. This is, as you've mentioned, been ongoing for a lot of months, and there's a lot of people involved who are, bringing their skill set and their experience to the table to make this good. So I think we're already doing it, just continuing to communicate and try to make it the best we can, and everybody just apply their imagination and creativity on this side and kids side.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be good.
What are the kids saying about the show?
Well, up to this point, I don't know that they've fully believed me that this is what we're actually doing, because I was excited to get them in here today, because I'm like, I'm not just, making this up. This is real. We're going to be producing a show. So having them here today, just to kind of be able to see the bigger picture. So I'm thinking this will generate more excitement now that they actually see it's happening.
They look excited. Look at them.
and probably produce a lot of questions, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear the reflection.
Yeah, I think the best thing though is that I know their brains are turning on, what kind of content can we bring to the show? I mean, obviously this is your guys' show, but thankfully, you're going to present us with an opportunity to kind of have our own little segment. And so there's a lot of things we can do with that.
And I think that we need to give you that autonomy to do whatever you feel comfortable with, whether it's reporting on activities or whether it's the school dance coming up or whatever it might be, ball game scores. It doesn't, whatever you want to do, we're going to give you that authority to do that. So.
Perfect. And again, I just want to say thank you to the Marshfield administration, to Jessica. Right. I mean, this is a big deal. It's a big deal for the chamber. It's a big deal for the community. But I would tell anybody listening, if you're a chamber member, if you're not a chamber member, if you want to be involved in this, please let us know, because there's always something you can do. Obviously, we're always looking for sponsors. I mean, that's just how we do anything with the chamber, right? It is you guys that get involved, and that allows us to do what we do. But there are, like I said, we've had stuff donated. You'll see when we get into the show, when we get into the routine, you'll see some of the stuff that we're going to roll out with. But there are all sorts of opportunities. Again, use this as a networking thing, and the chamber's always we're always interested in doing that and hearing from our partners. And but again, I mean, it does come down to some of those sponsorships, and that's what allows us to do what we do.
Absolutely.
And we won't make it all about the school. It is still a Chamber of Commerce broadcast. We'll still have business people and chamber members on the show talking about their businesses, but it will also be an avenue. We could bring the school foundation on and talk about what they do and with scholarships and teachers grants and some of those other entities that the school is tied to make the people aware. And that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, because there may be people thinking, well, this shouldn't be done at the school. This shouldn't be done. I'll give Nikki an opportunity. We are still going to go through the safety protocols to get people in and out of the building. It's not like we're showing up with groups of people. We're not just showing up with random groups of people. You want to talk about that just a little bit? I mean, just to put people's mind at ease that, hey, the chamber's just bringing whoever.
So anyone who comes in will check in at the front doors and be verified as a volunteer and a visitor, just like we would anyone. And the show will actually be taking place, at least to start, in the multimedia lab that is in our library. So if you've been in the high school, it's right off of the front doors. Our building trade students have built an awesome wall that will be the backdrop. And so everything will be conducted right there in that studio. And so it's a straight shot from the front door, and we'll follow all protocols and make sure everyone aligns with normal visitor.
Their mind can rest at ease.
Absolutely.
That the safety protocol will still be followed.
Yes.
And so hopefully early on, we have a new school superintendent coming on next year, and so hopefully very soon, when we get moved over there, maybe we can get you and Mr. Louder and Mr. Henry on there, and just kind of talk about some of that stuff, and just kind of make a whole school segment. Or maybe the whole show on the school and where the school's going and what you guys are doing. Because I know you guys have been working on some long-term master planning as well. And so that would be kind of, when you guys are ready to roll that out, this would be a fun platform for you to kind of throw out some of the fun, exciting stuff. I know those can get very mundane and very long, right? And some people don't care about the details, but some of the big stuff would be pretty good to go over.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our big day, big exciting news today. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, students, for coming down and enjoying, letting us enjoy getting to meet you and looking forward to the new show. Thank you, Jessica, Nikki, for coming in.
Thank you.
We may not see you for a week or two. As Sam mentioned, they're still putting some final some details to the equipment and technology over there on the new studio, but we'll be coming to you soon. Rachel will get that information out on Facebook and in our information website. So
just watch that, because we will be just watch for that, because we will be renaming it. We'll be rebranding it.
Yeah.
So don't just look for Good Morning Marshfield, right? That will not be the name of it. And so just kind of keep an eye out for it. And Rachel will do a good job about blasting things out, and I'm sure the school will too.
You bet.
But yeah, just keep an eye out, and we'll roll it out when we're ready.
All right. And Rachel, we couldn't do this without our sponsors.
That's right. So a huge thank you to Marshfield Chevrolet, Las Casuelas, and Whispering Oaks Golf Course for making this show possible. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much, and we will see you in a few weeks.
Stay warm this weekend. Don't slip on the ice.